Welcome to the new week. I think I haven't, let me pick up this orchid leaf. I think I haven't filmed this stuff yet. That elbow marginata, I think, essentially vanilla orchid died, so I just have these two plants in this tray here. Couple of different monsteras down here, because I like monsteras. And alocasia too. So this is Monstera siltepecana. This one's another Adansonii. This is some philodendron, and I said that was an alocasia. Fern, bunch of orchids. This one had pink blooms on it. I guess they've all fallen off now. Here's the one orchid that I still have blooming. This one's scented, which is nice. And the ponytail palm, and a Ceropegia, which hopefully blooms this year. So something happened to my back where I guess I was doing so much yard work that I blew out my traps, essentially. Those muscles between your shoulder blades. They freaked out so hard that Friday they were just spasms and pulling on my upper abs too, so I couldn't even sit without being in lightning, blinding pain. So once again, I can't do anything about the yard, but I did chop at the grass a little bit. Maybe I should move the camera here a little bit. And then outside, I don't know if you can see that package, but I got one of those ceramic pizza ovens. Let me open the door a little bit. I got one of those ceramic pizza ovens, and it's just sitting out there because I can't unpack it. I managed to move the package a little bit, but I can't actually do anything with it. I can't move it out back. It just, because my back is useless. I'm excited that I can stand again today, but that's about it. So let me show you the flowers out front real quick. We'll do a quick tour of the outside and inside again, I guess. So this Monstera cutting, it doesn't look like the cutting's dead yet. This last and second leaf looks crispy and bad. Hopefully it actually survives and puts out another growth point. My pitayas, oh, I should show you them. The pitayas fell over. Scared the Jesus out of me, so they fell over onto the floor here. I had to pick them up. You can tell that all the tops are broken off. I really need to repot these into ceramic heavy pots. Definitely not with the state of my back currently, which bites, but you know. There's my nice rubber tree. So back to the seedlings. Bustin' with growth. No watermelons still, but everything else looks like it's come up. So I should be ready for a month from now when the last frost date has passed. Oh, and one of my volunteer violets decided to bloom. So I actually took two of them out of one of the pots in here and went to go transplant them outside by the sorrel. Hopefully they cross with those fancy Victorian posies I have out there, or the yard violets. And then I get some interesting flowers going on. And I took the little Band-Aid pieces of cork off. I'm just not even going to try to propagate these. It didn't seem to really be working, so I sort of gave up. That new leaf on the plant on the right is Monstera acuminata. The new leaf on the acuminata is gigantic. I'm excited. It's going to be a nice big plant. Oh, except for those oca tubers, the big pots there. Those aren't up yet, but all the other plants for the garden are. And that alocasia is putting up a new leaf. Okay, I'll hop outside now. Just look at all those flowers. And those bluebells that I put in, that my mom had sent me bulbs. And yellow tulips too. Red ones. I think this is the lemon balm that I'd put in last year too, and some more of those Virginia bluebells. Look at this. The creeping Charlie is taking over, but at least it looks nice in the springtime. All the dandelions and stuff. I really need to take the side to the front yard, but my back is out, so man. Everything's rough when you can't do anything. I think the daffodils just keep spreading. They're poisonous to a lot of animals. I don't know if all animals, but a lot of animals, so they kind of get left alone, so they kind of spread. I think that's a hosta. I'm not the best at normal people flowers, but I think they're hostas. Oh, I guess I put those bluebells everywhere. I like where I put them. I'm excited. And then I think I had all of those the flowers that look like forget-me-nots last year. I don't know if that's what this is or if it's something else, but I'm excited for all the flowers coming my way. Oh, and the roses are up. This rose started, oh, so all the bushes, they all started growing in, all the roses started growing in. Right after I had gone through and trimmed everything, which I'm excited about, I've decided to just sort of let this one grow to train it along the fence, hopefully. I want to get the fences painted, but because of all the construction, everything would just get dirty, and then I'd probably have like dirt permanently. Here's the other rose. I think this is the yellow one. It's either the yellow one or the orange one, I forget. So, I'm afraid that I would just have dirt permanently stuck into my paint job. I really hope that's not drilling another site and that all of the drilling is done now, because the noise is ridiculous. Oh, and those Bose headphones, just like, they don't even connect to my cell phone for phone calls. They stopped working after a week or two, so I gave up. I'm returning them, and I decided to try to get are they Sony or something else? Well, I'll tell you about them when they come. I think I put strawberries in here. I'm not seeing them now, but I could have sworn there were strawberries in here. And of course those bluebells, right? Because I'd put strawberries in here too, and you can see them. There's one right there. Bluebells too. And I think I have calendula that'll be popping up in here. Look at all this creeping Charlie. At least it's keeping stuff down so it doesn't wash off, you know. We'll see. We'll see how things work out this year. I wonder if that's some of the clover that I planted or the white one that just pops up in the yard. So a week or two till I gotta pull all this landscape fabric up, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because my back is in such a state. I took the sickle over there, around that a little bit, around the edge there, down this pathway. The grass is still kind of tall for like regular yard standards, but I've got violets in the yard. I think there's some better ones up here. Here we go. Little yard violets. So I tried hand pollinating with my paintbrush. I put some of those bluebells over here too. I tried hand pollinating with my paintbrush with some of the violets that I have blooming inside. I don't know if they're compatible or not. Oh, and I stomped this down a little bit more so that hopefully it rots down a little bit. Oh look, presents from deer or rabbits. And then you can tell where I took the sickle to all of this. I still gotta, man, I wish my back was working because everything is nice and wet and I could totally take the side to this. Well, maybe next weekend. So I also went around the edge of the garden here. It's already kind of growing back, but I'm trying. I have no idea what's coming up everywhere. I assume it's food from seeds of stuff that I ate that went into the compost. That's chives. The wild Virginia strawberries. Rhubarb. I've been pulling all of the blooms off the rhubarbs so that I actually get stalks and not just blooms. So all of the nice gooseberries and strawberries that I just got a week and a half ago and transplanted last weekend are taking off now. I'm glad I did everything when I did. The ones that are still in pots, I'll show them to you. The ones that are still in pots, I don't know if it's too late to put them into a different pot. I hope it's not, because I really want to move them out of the small pots. So This is the only gooseberry that I'm worried about. Hinamaki Yellow. This branch was broken off. You can tell right there. I put rooting hormone on it, stuck it in the dirt like the internet said. I hope it actually starts growing. This one hasn't started growing yet. A lot of the other gooseberries have. I guess I'm crossing my fingers because that's the one that seemed like the most interesting. And you can tell the piles of dead or dying creeping Charlie that I've been pulling up from under these planters and around everywhere so that I don't get into all of the planters. I still have more of that to do. Ooh, is this my first bloom of the year? This is either Adrian Slack or my mini flop. I think it's the Adrian Slack. I'm excited. Maybe I should cut back some of the dead pictures, but I think I'm saving my back to try to even feed myself. So, this is supposed to be toad lilies. I don't know if anything toad lily is actually going to come up in here because it was seeds. And I think the pot spilled once. Yeah. Okay, where was I? Storage was full. Venus flytraps, I think, are waking up. I don't know if this cobra made it or not. Guess I should have had it potted in something juicier. I'm kind of notorious for killing cobras. Oops. Maybe I should stop trying. And some sundews too. So here's more strawberries. I don't know if I have... Ooh, there's blooms. I don't know if I have asparagus actually coming up in here, but hopefully, now that it's rained nicely. Have some small onions coming up in here versus the wild onions all over the yard that I keep trying to get on top of. There's some asparagus. This is asparagus that's coming up from last year. More random seedlings too from the compost. It's going to be an interesting year for sure. Did I show you this last time? I have nice yellow pansies coming up too. Or fancy Victorian posies. I stuck some fruit bushes in here too with the strawberries. I guess this is the sparsest strawberry bed. I think I saw a tick crawling around on the edge of this thing, which is bad, so I killed it. So I guess I should have sprayed myself down with stuff before I came out this morning, but definitely going to do it before I got inside the yard. More berry bushes. Shallots are doing good. This. I don't know if it's a pumpkin or what, but this asparagus looks good. There's another one coming up here, so maybe some of them are almost edible size. Hey, what's been eating that? Something's been eating all of my little seedlings. I'm unhappy about it. And then here's one of those, what's it called? Pansies. I think it's like King Henry Viola or something like that. So hopefully they take. Is that a bug? Oh, it's just a pill bug. I don't think it's eating anything. And then the strawberries that look like they were dying along the edge here look like they're coming back. This stuff looks like it was getting eaten. Hopefully it starts sprouting leaves faster than other stuff starts eating the leaves. Oregano looks amazing. I ripped off half of that rhubarb leaf, so all of the little, I don't know what they are, maybe like Brussels sprouts can come through. I think this fruit bush is the furthest ahead. Who are you? I think this one is like the black gooseberry or something like that. Black velvet. Yep, black velvet gooseberry. Very excited for this one, and I have all of the white alpine strawberries in with it. Okay, I'm back over here. These guys in pots. I want to go get bigger pink pots like the pink pot that I have over there, and then put all of them in it using this dirt here. So I need to go get some more bags of dirt for the potatoes, but once again, I'm trying to do nothing this weekend so I don't blow my back more. So maybe this upcoming week or weekend I'll get on top of it. I put that half a rhubarb leaf over here to just rot down. Ooh, this is waking up. This is the thimbleberry. Okay, that's probably enough. My SD card is probably getting full, so I'll poke around for a minute or two and then go back inside. It's the perfect temperature and humidity outside. Almost warm and just post rain, and I think it's supposed to thunderstorm tomorrow too. And then I think these guys are gonna come out soon and hopefully pollinate everything. Hopefully they're pollinators. You can see I kind of chopped up the grass here a little bit along the edge here too. Okay, I'll go poke around some. Till next week.